Hello. So today we'll be going over the custom members menu. If you're an admin and you would like to see what your members see, you'll come up here to Members View. And this is what your members will see when they log into the back end. The first thing would be these drop downs right here. And these are controlled in configuration. The rest of it would be controlled in the Content Manager for Custom Members menu. But if you would like to hide something specific under these dropdowns, for example, online learning, if you have this module enabled, but you don't have any courses that are currently available and you don't want it shown in the dropdown just yet, you would come back to Admin View and come up here to Configuration. And we'll go down to Online Learning. So if we go to General LMS Options, we can go ahead and hide the online learning link in the member menu. Most modules will have in general options for configuration for that module a checkbox to either hide or show that option in the members menu. So now if we went back to members view, you'll see that the online learning option is no longer available. So that configuration option only hides it in these drop downs right here. If you have something outside of that, let's say this right here, it will not hide that since this is in the content manager rather than in the drop down in configuration. So if you'd like to customize the rest of this, we'll go into admin view. And there are a couple ways that you can get to the custom members menu. The first way would be website and then content manager menu, content manager, and scroll all the way to the bottom to custom members menu. The other way would be if you were to go back to the content manager menu. The third one down right here is custom members area. So you'll see that you can add things such as static images, static text. You can embed different things, let's say videos. Or you can add these different features right here. So I will show you what it looks like. So if we go over to members view, you'll see we have our images in our drop down. That will show up regardless, this right here. And then you'll have things like my profile. So you can use the little tags right here. So if I were to add an element and select new content, we have my profile version 2, and then my profile fields. So my profile fields would be if you would like to use, like, let's say first name. 3 first underscore name, and then same thing for last name. So that would display whoever is logged in, their first name, last name. And that would be this right in here. I'm signed in as Jane admin, so Jane is the first thing that comes up. If you would like to select a panel type, that would be this right here. If you see, this is green, so that would be using this one. And then we have our defaults like gray, dark blue, light blue, yellow, and red. You can label it. So if we went down to my profile version 2, that's the element type. Right here is my profile, which is the title of this. The panel type is green, so that's why it's showing up with this green outline and header. The panel minimum height, so how many pixels minimum should it be? And then you can limit the visibility to admin/board members. or you can limit the visibility of specific element types by record type. So for example, if business members, you want them to have, you know, a specific element that's just for them and regular members aren't able to see that, you would just limit that to just business members. Keep in mind that if you are a staff record type, you will not see everything that is specific to different record types. So even though you're a full admin, you won't see all of the elements when viewing the members view. All right, some other options. I'll go up, delete this one. Would be the calendar and the calendar too. It's just a couple different formatting options. So these right here are going to be fed by the calendar of events. If it's shown there and you want it visible in the members menu, it would just feed right into there. So if I chose this one, I can limit it, and it's like the grid page editor. So you can limit the number of events that are shown, the description text limit, and then you have your other options down here. If you'd like to display specific calendar types or event types, you would just select them. And then again, your panel type. So if you want it formatted with one of these, otherwise it's just going to be open like this one. All right. So if we selected another one, if you want to highlight news, so this would be coming from your news manager. We have RSS feeds, so if you have something like that, you can enter that in. My membership menu. So if we chose this, we can select different output. So we have our default, we have horizontal tabs, tabs with buttons, and a simple menu. Other things would be my photo. So if you are allowing for members to upload a headshot, that would be what would be displayed here. If they don't have an image for their profile, then nothing would be shown in that portion. And then we also have my event registrations, so what has that specific member registered for. Available event registrations, so these would be coming from the event registration module. So if you have an event set up in the calendar, but you do not have a registration for it, that would not be shown in an element that was available event registrations, because it is an event, but there's nothing that allows for anyone to register for that event. Event registration tasks, so if you have those enabled, same thing with project committee tasks. My project committees, so if they're a member of a project committee, it will show up with quick links to those. If they don't have any, then it would just be a blank element. So it would have your title if you have a panel title for it, but it wouldn't show anything underneath since they're not a part of any project or committee. Renewal button, so renewal information along with a button to pay dues or fees. Balance due if you want to highlight if they have a balance. Member trend graph, that would be more for admins. Store widget, this is an admin reminder widget, so if you have admin reminders set up. CRM content widget, again, that would be admin only. And then we come up here, text HTML, so if you'd like to add an image or just simple text, you would just select this one and it would give you the simple editor. Embed script, if you would like to embed a video, you can take that embed script code from, let's say, YouTube and put it into here. Stats display, this would be admin only, so member stats. And then we also have panel features. So these are buttons. So if I were to select, let's say, member directory and choose, I have my panel type. This is the member directory information. You can change the feature button text. So what would you like the button to say? What color would you like the button? Or if you want none, it would just be a link. And then the feature URL. Keep in mind that when you are entering a URL in here, if it's not already generated, you do not want to use the first portion. So if you see here, we have directory. So we would not want to use this portion. So if I were to go update this and save, you'll see this is the member directory information. So this is the text that I put in here, along with a button, and then the header. So that would be the panel title. So if I click on this, you'll see that this is the only portion of that URL that is showing up. So again, if you are changing this URL, you want to make sure that you are only including what is after the backslash or the members backslash. So just include this portion because this is a members only area. That means that it needs to be an element that is within the members menu. So if you put the full URL, it's going to give an error since that page would not exist. So go back. So the rest of the panel features are pre-populated. Basically what they are is the button, the information, the title, and then if you want to have it in a little box. Anything that has admin means that it's only for the admin menu or for admin level users. If you put right here event registration reports and the member who is viewing the member menu is not an admin, they will not see that element because they don't have access to it. So these are elements that you'd want to use when creating the custom admin menu. Also, you can change the sizing just like the grid editor. So with these little plus and minus right here, you can view what it looks like on different formats. So tablet, phone, desktop. And then these stagings right here are just if you want to test things out. So they're not viewable to your members. It's just in case you want to create different types. Primary is going to be this one right here, which is the live one. And then in the next video, I will be giving a run through how to set up the custom admin menu.